Hi guys! So today I'm going to show you how to make the viral chicken Caesar pizza, but we're going to make it plant-based because my husband and I are plant-based and we want to enjoy all the cool recipes that are going around, so we adapt them for our needs. So I'm going to show you how we make it. First thing you're going to start with is 20 ounces of chicken, or Chik'n as we use. We use Gardein brand chicken strips. Each bag is 10 ounces, so I use 2 bags of these. But use 20 ounces of whichever variety of chicken or plant-based product you want to use. And I'm going to saute that with some olive oil, but you use whatever oil works for you. We just use olive oil most of the time. Okay. So just get enough olive oil in there to coat the pan. And we're going to put both bags of these in here. And there are other companies that make plant-based chicken products, but I find that this one works best for my purposes making this particular item. But I'm just going to saute these till they're cooked, and then we're going to build the pizza. I'll see you later. Okay, so here's my 20 ounces of vegan chicken chopped up. And you know, I leave it kind of chunky because I don't want it to be too thin and it won't hold together really well. So this is about the size I chop things up. So we have the plant-based chicken in there, and then we're going to add an egg. Okay, you don't need to whisk it or anything. Throw it in there. Should have put my apron on. Okay. I'm going to add a half a cup of Parmesan. I grabbed a 1/4 cup measuring cup, so we're going to put 2 of those in. And then we're going to get some garlic powder, and we use some crushed red pepper just to give it a little kick. You don't have to add that if you don't want to. And I do a nice heaping teaspoon of that, the garlic powder, and I'll do a nice heaping teaspoon of the crushed red pepper. But again, you don't need to put that in there if it's not something you're into. And you're just going to stir that up really good. Make sure that egg coats everything, because that's what's going to help hold all of that Parmesan cheese and chicken together when we put it on the pan. It smells great before you even start cooking. And you know, you can add, black pepper or, I don't know, ranch seasoning, whatever floats your boat. Put some seasoning in there that your family likes or that you like. Sounds like we're getting a thunderstorm out there. Okay, so that's what we want it to look like. All right, and then we're going to grab our pan. And you guys know I love these pre-cut parchment papers from Reynolds. And that's all I have down here. Just stick one of those down, and I use a little bit of olive oil spray just to help avoid too much sticking to it after it bakes. But just spritz it a little bit. And then we're going to just kind of pour this out on your sheet. Okay. You're going to become an artist. Okay. So there we go. Now you're going to start forming your pizza crust. Okay. You're just going to kind of, you want to get it as flat as you can, all right? And you'll notice the chicken isn't necessarily holding together terribly well on the ends, but as it bakes, it will start to harden up on the ends. But you want to try to get it as as formed together as you can, but also, like I said, you want to get it as flat as you can too. The cheese and the egg is what's going to help hold all of this together as it bakes. And while I'm doing this, I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees, and this is going to cook for 30 minutes. I usually come in and check it about 20 minutes just to make sure it's cooking the way I want it to, and we're not heading into a burn situation, but I haven't had that happen yet. I hear my oven is ready, and that's good because this is about ready to go. So just kind of, as you get it formed, just kind of keep pressing on it, and it'll kind of push out on its own a little bit. Just go real slow and kind of pull it in on the sides here. Okay. Okay, I'm happy with how this looks. So you want it to look about like that, and then I'm gonna stick it in the oven. Like I said, it's 400 degrees for 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like and how we put the toppings on. So we're gonna make the topping for this chicken Caesar pizza. I've already chopped up some romaine lettuce. I used just one of those bags of romaine lettuce because I just wanted to do it quickly tonight. And then I used the Bolthouse Farms Creamy Caesar as the dressing. And here's the back of the container if you want to take a look at the macros. Okay, so you're going to use 6 tablespoons of the Caesar dressing. And, you know, measure with your heart. Okay, that's step 1 of your dressing. I'll come back and show you the last part. Okay, so this has been cooking for a half hour. We're gonna take it out. Oh, that's great. And this is what you want it to look like. Okay, let's bring her over here. You have to excuse my walking. I've shared now about my hip surgery that I've had and that I will be having, so I'm sort of hobbling around. Okay, so we're going to scoot that off. Okay, and then this is one of my favorite kitchen utensils. I use it for probably everything it wasn't made to be used for, but it works well for a lot of the recipes I make. So you can see, you know, we have a couple stragglers that came off, but for the most part, looks like it's holding together. Just gonna slide it off. That olive oil will really help with this. And look at that. So you got your chicken or Chik'n, whatever product you used, pizza crust. And then I add a little bit more of the dressing, just sort of like a, whoops, it's all right. We'll just kind of do that. Just like an extra little sauce, but we have plenty of it in our mixture here that we're going to put on. And then I don't necessarily use all of this mixture, but you can put on as, you know, as much or as little as you want. This actually might be a good amount. And I chopped up the lettuce a little more than it, you know, it came bagged as chopped romaine, but I chopped it up even more just so it wouldn't be too leafy. I wanted it to spread out nicely, so there we go. Yeah, so that's perfect. All right. And then after this, you can really, you know, go crazy and put on whatever you want. I put on some tomatoes, some chopped tomatoes. cheese. Can't have enough cheese. Just a nice little coating there. And then I'll also add a little bit of fake bacon. Of course, if you eat meat, you can add regular bacon, or you can not do this step at all. Or add any other seasonings you might want, or any other toppings you might want. But that's your basic chicken Caesar pizza. And I will end up cutting it into 4 slices. And since I've had gastric sleeve surgery, I will actually have a half of one of those slices at a time. My husband will partake of probably 1 whole slice and then the other half of mine. And then we have plenty of leftovers for tomorrow and maybe even into the next day. But there you have it.